Trump is basically appointing a bunch of unqualified individuals to be in his cabinet. Many has to be confirmed by the Senate. And I don't know, will they? We will see.
Turn to the side, let me see. Damn, I think we all could agree. You and your friends, I'll count it 2 or 3. And you looking even better here with me. We don't need no dinner, you the no boo. Tell me where you're from, girl, is your local? Got a couple dollars we could blow through. Yeah, take a couple trips, yeah, I can show you. Jump in my Impala, get the backseat going. We just let the top down, getting top down, hold it.
That song you just heard is my new joint. It's called Blow a Bag. You can find it on all streaming platforms. Just search Hollywood, Blow a Bag. Add it to your playlist, send it to your friends, all that good stuff. Let's get ready to get into what's hot in these blogs. First things first, let's talk about this fight that happened on Friday, Mike Tyson and Jake Paul. When I first heard that this fight was going to even take place some months ago, I was tight about it. I'm like, why would Tyson even agree to fight this influencer? Like, yeah, he's training and trying to make himself seem like a real boxer, but it's like, this is your legacy. You're the real deal. And you're entertaining this, I felt at the time, like clout chaser. Like of course he's gonna wanna box you. You are Mike Tyson. And at the end of the day, you have way more to lose than he does. I was saying this prior to the fight happening and even the results coming out. I'm like, if Jake Paul wins this, even in a scenario, if Mike Tyson knocks Jake Paul out, Jake Paul could just laugh it off like, like, so what? I fought Mike, da-da-da. But in the other case, if Mike were to get knocked out by Jake Paul by chance, it would really tarnish Mike's legacy. So I say that to say Mike had way more on the line to lose than Jake. So when he agreed, I'm like, what? Like, I guess. I know it was about the bag. So the fight happened, and a lot of people was throwing out the age thing. Mike is being 58, Jake 27, I believe. They feel Mike didn't have it anymore. I disagreed. I've seen recent sparring videos of Mike, and I felt like he still got it. He's older, and obviously with age, you're going to run into, some challenges. It's inevitable. No matter how good you look, your body is going to be your body. So a 58-year-old body is going to have some aches and pains probably. So with that, I'm like, there's some disadvantages there. But I still felt like Mike still had it in him. And a lot of people feel Mike, regardless of the age, still has his power. He might be lacking endurance potentially, but that power is still there. And I felt like that showed in the ring. I felt like Jake was running around trying to avoid really getting hit by Mike. And that's what I saw. And Mike, I feel like was just there for the bag. When you even look at the stats, Jake Paul threw, I believe it was almost 300 swings and landed over 100 of them. Mike, on the other hand, threw less than 100 swings. It was 90-something swings he threw and landed like less than 20 of them. So that just shows he was just there. He wasn't really swinging or anything. He was just there to play out those 2-minute rounds till it got to 8. And that's what it was. And I didn't feel like this was like a real major like loss. I wasn't devastated by this. Like, dang, Mike lost. Like, it didn't feel like that. This felt like a very unserious exhibition fight or something. It didn't feel like something so serious. So even with him losing, it didn't feel like this was like a big deal at the end of the day. Mike went home 20 million, it said, richer. And yeah, it wasn't that big of a deal. Now, if Mike would have gotten knocked out or even knocked down, that would have been a bigger disappointment. But for him to last all 8 rounds, I feel like he held his own. And hey, I expected Jake to win once they went the full 8. So it wasn't devastating to me at all. Mike Tyson released a statement regarding the fight. I'm going to read what he wrote. He said, this is one of those situations when you lost, but you still won. I'm grateful for last night. No regrets to get into the ring one last time. He said, I almost died in June, had 8 blood transfusions, lost half my blood and 25 pounds in hospital and had to fight to get healthy to fight. So I won. To have my children see me stand toe-to-toe and finish 8 rounds with a talented fighter, half my age, in front of a packed Dallas Cowboy Stadium is an experience that no man has the right to ask for. Thank you. And then you put hashtag Paul Tyson. As far as Mike is concerned, this didn't take away anything regarding him. He's still Mike Tyson. He's still champ. Something else I wasn't expecting to see, though, was Mike's cheeks. I was not expecting to see Mike's bare ass on my Netflix screen. Like, what? Like, was the camera supposed to pan away or something? Because he's doing an interview with his son. And then he turns around and you just see cheeks everywhere. And it's like, what? Who is in charge of the camera work here? But I was like, yo, watch this be on social media. And sure enough, that's all I was seeing the next day was Mike. But yeah, that was funny. That was funny to me. So that happened. I don't know. Let me know y'all thoughts. Do y'all feel Mike held his own? Do y'all feel he should have never been there in the first place? Let me know in the comment section. But we're going to move on to what else is hot in these blogs. Switching gears, 45, as of right now, is set to be taking office as the 47th president. And what's making news right now is he's appointing some cabinet members already. Some of the Republicans in Congress are feeling some kind of way about the picks he's choosing. 3 in particular: Matt Gaetz, RFK Jr., and Pete Hegseth. So Max Miller, he's a Republican in Ohio representative. He said regarding Gaetz, he said Gaetz has a better shot of having dinner with Queen Elizabeth II than being confirmed by the Senate. There's another rep, John Duarte. He's a Republican in California. He said that Gaetz is under investigation by the House Ethics Committee. He said he would be a compromised AG and that they are better choices. Now, these picks, they will only be able to afford to lose 3 of the votes of the Republicans in this new majority. They need at least 50. So they could only afford to lose 3. But if some of what these Republicans, senators are saying echoes beyond just 3 people, some of these people might not be confirmed. But I want to go through some of these picks. So far, Trump has appointed Marco Rubio to Secretary of State. Pete Hegseth, who I just mentioned, he appointed him as the Secretary of Defense. The issue with Pete is, for one, he's a Fox News host. He's been doing that for like 8 years. He's so unqualified, which is not surprising with a lot of these picks because Trump himself is unqualified. So it tracks that he would pick people that's just as unqualified as he is. Hegseth, he served in the military, but that doesn't qualify you to be the Secretary of Defense by a long shot. He has no experience. As defense secretary, he would be in charge of leading the Pentagon and 1.3 million active duty troops. He himself has controversial views on a wide range of topics, from women serving in combat, he's opposed to that, to service members accused of war crimes, he wants them pardoned. Also, he himself has been investigated for alleged SA. A fellow service member flagged him as a possible insider threat over a tattoo he has that's associated with the white supremacist group. So it's no surprise that a lot of people are stunned that your boy chose him. Matt Gaetz, another one that they are not really feeling. He has appointed him to Attorney General. Matt Gaetz was a U.S. rep from Florida who served from 2017 until he just resigned after Trump appointed him. Some issues with him: he only practiced law for 2 years. If confirmed, he'd be leading the department that recently investigated him for SEX trafficking. The Justice Department inquiry concluded in 2022 with no charges, but the House Ethics Committee was still investigating allegations that Gates engaged in sexual misconduct and illicit drug use, among other things. The committee was set to release a so-called highly critical report about Gates, but now with him being appointed or nominated to be Attorney General, they may bury that. We'll see. RFK, another one who some of the Republicans in Senate aren't feeling. As a choice, he's being appointed to Secretary of Health and Human Services. Some potential issues with that. RFK has a long history of putting out there health-related conspiracy theories. He claimed that vaccines caused autism. He linked depressants to mass shootings and suggested that HIV doesn't cause AIDS. And now he may oversee everything from health insurance to food safety to the availability of drugs and vaccines. There's that. There's a bunch of other people, but those are the three that I want to focus on today. But yeah, Trump is basically appointing a bunch of unqualified individuals to be in his cabinet. Many has to be confirmed by the Senate. And I don't know, will they? We will see. We already know there's at least a few Republican senators that's not filling the choices, but you also have some that are willing to do anything Trump says because they are looking at this as a long haul situation. So some of them, even without liking these choices, may just appoint them just because. Another person, though, that I want to point out that Trump has appointed is Elon Musk, the guy who I feel helped cheat to win this election. He appointed Musk, him and this other guy, Vivek Ramaswamy. He appointed them as the heads of Department of Government Efficiency. That would mean Musk and this other guy will be providing advice and guidance on how to drastically restructure and potentially dismantle the federal government. And these are two men that have large financial interests in a lot of these things. So that's a conflict of interest, if nothing else. And of course, Elon has denied that they cheated. And I have to say that for legal reasons. But I'm hopeful that Biden would call for a recount. That would be the biggest way to lay this to rest. I personally won't be satisfied until that happens, until we get a hand recount in some of these swing states. I'm gonna believe what I believe. But yeah, so like I said, they need at least 50 of the senators to confirm these choices, these unqualified choices. So we'll see if they actually get confirmed. The Elon Musk position, though, that's one that doesn't have to be confirmed, apparently. It's a made-up department, an entirely made-up department. So it technically isn't even in the government. So he wouldn't have to be confirmed, but everyone else would have to be confirmed. So we'll see how that plays out. John Thune, I believe that's how you say his last name. He is going to be the new Senate Majority Leader. And some say that he's already kind of, I guess, hinting at that he's going to try to find a way to be able to bypass Senate confirmation for a lot of these people. Him and the current Speaker of the House are both on that type of time. So they may try to find a way. If they see that the Senate isn't going to confirm, they might try to find a way to still get them to be appointed despite that. So we'll see. Cheat is cheat. So I wouldn't be surprised if it comes to that and they try to find a loophole way to get these people appointed regardless. Yeah. Let's see what happens with these picks. He's not done yet. I'm sure there's going to be more appalling picks announced in coming days and weeks. Let's move on though. Last but not least, what else is hot in these blogs? A lot of people are leaving Twitter, aka X, and for various reasons. Me personally, I don't mess with Elon. I feel like he's the op, and so is F Elon for me, and that's the reason why I deactivated my account. And there's a lot of people who have done the same thing, some for that reason, and some because of the new terms and conditions that's set to take effect. Actually, it just took effect on the 15th. Someone said I literally want to throw eggs at every Tesla I see. Yeah. A lot of celebrities even are leaving X. Jamie Lee Curtis has announced that she's leaving it. Gabrielle Union has announced that she's leaving it. Don Lemon announced that he's leaving it. For Gabrielle, I'm going to read what Gabrielle had to say. She said, it's been real. She said, there are pivotal moments in life when we must declare that enough is enough. And for me, today is that day. Platforms like X were founded on authentic connections, true engagement, and creative expressions, all anchored in respect for user privacy and trust. Yet, with the recent and upcoming changes to the terms of service and the return of volatile figures, I find myself at the crossroads facing a direction I can no longer fully support. I'm committed to engaging in spaces that truly value inclusivity, respect, and integrity in the digital world. Sometimes that means recognizing the last straw and knowing when to step away. She joins a chorus of other people leaving X. I feel like if you are anti-Trump, if you feel like Trump should not be in that White House, I feel like you should be deactivating your X account as well, because the man who now owns that platform, who has used it as a weapon of misinformation, he shouldn't be able to profit off of your analytics and your clicks and your sharing and your tweeting. Like, so you should be deactivating your X account as well. There are other sites now that's coming to light since a lot of people are leaving X. There's one called Blue Sky that has been around for a couple months now, but now since people are leaving X, they are running over to Blue Sky. I want to point out some Black-owned social media platforms. Spill is one. I actually just learned about Spill recently, but it is a Black-owned social media platform. It was established in 2023. It's invite only app. I don't know if they're going to change that now that a lot of people are leaving X, but it was an invite only, and it was founded by a former Twitter employee, Alfonso Terrell. Spill is considered to be the Black Twitter. It has a focus on Black culture and contributions that's driving the platform. And what's known as tweets on Twitter are called spills on Spill. So Spill is worth checking out. And then another one that's Black owned is Fanbase. I recently joined Fanbase. That one is an app that is founded by Isaac Hayes III. This is Isaac Hayes' son. Fanbase was launched in 2018. What is intriguing about Fanbase is this is one of the first apps I saw that, yeah, a lot of these social media apps allow you to like make money from them, but Fanbase is literally all about you making money. Like almost everything about it is about you earning from your posts and all of that. So I feel like more people should be on it because of the benefits of it. But now that a lot of people are leaving X, you might find more people checking out apps like Fanbase. And a dope feature of Fanbase, you can import your content from other sites, from other apps like Instagram, even TikTok. You can import your content without you doing the work. They have a way where you can integrate from that app to Fanbase. So that's a cool feature that I just checked out yesterday. On Fanbase, you can follow creators just like any other social media. However, the creator I'm reading now can decide which posts all of its followers can see. You can choose which ones are for paying members or not. Okay, I guess that's similar to a feature Instagram got right now. They have like a private pay feature on theirs. Low-key, Instagram might have stolen that idea from you, Isaac. When you go on it, on the home screen, it looks a lot like Instagram. So if you're used to Instagram, you could easily maneuver through. So check out Fanbase, check out Spill if you are deciding to leave X, which you should be if you're not a fan of Trump. But yeah, I think that's going to conclude what's hot in the blogs for this week. Thank you for watching. If you rock with your boy, be sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Also, it's called Hollywood and Friends, which means I want to hear from you. Let me know in the comments your thoughts on the topics I just discussed. I appreciate you. New episodes every Monday night. Until next time, deuces.